For today's creature feature, we begin this video entering the parking lot of the Kentucky Expo Center. Look at that, Louisville Horror Con. We got signage. All paid up for parking, 15 bucks. I was asked if I was here for basketball, horses, or horror. This is a gigantic convention center. Almost looks like a mall. Access to North Wing, South Wing, East Hall. That's us. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and this is my first go at Louisville Horror Con. I love horror conventions. I love trying new ones. And this is their second year, and I think it's their second year here at the Kentucky Expo Center. I gotta spit out my gum. Hold on. Sorry, let me try that again. Kentucky Expo Center. It's going down right behind me somewhere. We're gonna figure that out. And per usual, there are celebrities here at this horror convention. Linda Blair is here. Also, Jack Osbourne is here. And Jamie Kennedy. There's actually a ton of celebrities here. I'll put a link in the description below, or I'll just throw them in the screen for you. I'll take a screenshot, make it last longer in the future. Side note, back to it. That's all who's gonna be here, even cast members from Hocus Pocus. Hopefully there's some cosplay. I love me some horror cosplay. We'll get that in the video. It's all about just having fun. I love these conventions. Excited to try a new one with you guys today. I hope you enjoy it. Louisville Horror Con happening now. Let's head on in there. There's much ahead. About to enter here. I bought my ticket online yesterday. 35 bucks for this Saturday. They did offer a weekend pass for a little bit more. They are also open tomorrow, Sunday, May 17th. So if you live in the area and you got this notification early enough, maybe you want to come check out the con. Terrifying escalators. Oh man, I have a fear of those. If you know, you know. We'll talk about that sometime later. But here's the map, the lay of the land. This is a giant event center. It looks like they have the Kentucky State Fair here as well. Looks like we're looking for East Wing. Oh wow. Looks like we have to go all the way across to number 21. Hey, that's my favorite number. Look at that. All right, this is not so bad. It's a nice wide escalator. But whatever you do, don't look back. I'm not going to look back. Did you look back? I'm sure you did. There's a lot of construction here too. It looks like they're adding more wings. Brand new thing going on over there. All right, this is a little eerie. I feel like I have this whole complex to myself right now. There were cars in the parking lot. Let's see what happens. Okay, I think I found it. I think I see it down there. Getting off this escalator, going down another one. Okay, this might be something else. All right, I feel like I'm coming down into an 80s food court. So we got South Wing's ABC over here, something going on over there, and this is East Hall. I think this is it. Is this the right place, Jason, for the Horror Con? Okay, thank you. You know, you're always quiet, but you're very helpful. It up? Yeah, I just came over here. This is where you purchase your tickets or show them that you already purchased them so they can slap a wristband on you. Again, I got Saturday. It looks like it was a little cheaper at the door. I guess I paid fees online, so hey, that doesn't always work out. It was $5 cheaper at the door today, 30 bucks. Looks like they also have this convention in Evansville, Indiana, and St. Louis, Missouri. So check that out. Check out the website. Oh, this is like Garbage Pail Kids. Pretty cool. All right, here's the vendor room. Big room. Oh, wow. There's a ton of vendors in here. Also, the celebrities will be in here too somewhere. All right, we've got some killer cosplay here. I don't want to be stuck with those things, or that thing either. That's really gnarly. Did you make that yourself? That's so cool. Looks good, dude. We've got the Corpse Bride and Ronald McDonald. This is a cool duo here. I think you guys should team up more often. Okay, so I decided to come to the furthest corner away from the door. We've got a towering t-shirt vendor here. I like this right here. It's like the Guns N' Roses. Appetite for more instead of Appetite for Destruction's Blood and Gore. Cool Sleepy Hollow shirt. Big fan of that movie. Remember going to the theater when that came out, watching it all by myself, and of course, Snake. Huge fan of Escape from New York. Did the locations in St. Louis a few years back, like this Jason bus, 3D printed. Got his entire glove 3D printed. The Ghostface one's really cool too. I like that he's stepping on the screen marquee from like a theater. You got the voicemail machine, and he's got the phone. Oh wait, no, that's the phone holder. That's where that goes. Jaw Drop Prop Shop. That's where we're at. Jaw Drop Prop Shop. I like the name of that. Some really cool stuff. Even got some Alien here, some Xenomorph, and Predator. Check out this diorama. That's a famous scene. Some neat artwork over here. Check this out. I like this cat right here. It's Binks. Omri Katz and Jason Marsden are here today from Hocus Pocus. Oh yeah, there they are right there. This is cool. Get this, purchase this artwork and get it signed if you want to. They also have one over here from the Labyrinth. These are really cool. All right, I didn't realize what was going on here. It says drawn with words. If you look closely, it's all made with words. And every letter was handwritten. That's cool. When we're together, darling, every night is Halloween. That's one of my favorite lines from the Addams Family.
It's
so
different.
cool. Yeah.
The technique is called micrography.
Oh, I didn't know it had a name.
It
That's
just
cool.
means making an image out of text. And most examples that you see are digital. I'm a traditional medievalist.
Okay.
I just do everything by hand. So the ones in the frames are my originals. So I work mostly at an 18 by 24. I do 2 different sizes of prints. And I just do, the stuff I love and grew up with.
That's cool, man. You got some talent.
I appreciate it. Thanks. I do a lot of like 80s and 90s stuff, like beyond kind of the. I don't do like hardcore horror so much, but some of the spooky stuff.
Yeah, this is.
But I also
popular stuff.
Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah,
all those kind of that kind of genre.
I love that.
It's different. It sets me apart. That shows like this.
Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Jeremy.
Jeremy? Yeah. Jay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, artist Jeremy Newell, 1000 at gmail.com if you're interested. He does have an Etsy store, but it's not online right now, so check him out. This is some really great stuff. All right, they're doing some announcements. There's a, it's Reagan. Oh, Reagan, you startled me. I thought it was the real Linda Blair for a second.
Unfortunately, no, I ain't that cool.
All right, we've got another novel over here. I really like the cover. The Gilded Rift series by Gillespie Black. And Gillespie Black is actually over here. Who does your illustrations? You do them too? Okay. So you write and you illustrate?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
All this is my art.
Oh, wow. I like the shining work you got there. This is Gillespie Black, the author and illustrator. She's going to talk a little bit about her first book she just wrote.
All right. So it's a little spicy, a little smutty, but it's a fantasy. It takes place, the main character is Claire. She's about in her 30s. She goes to like a steampunk world. I won't tell you how she gets there. You got to read to find out. But there's an uprising within the city. She's just trying to get home. She meets the rebels, and there's a little bit of enemies to lovers with Maddox and Claire. And she's just trying to get home, but she hits one obstacle after another, and it ends on a cliffhanger. I'm working on book 2.
Well, that sounds awesome. If they want to buy the book, where can they do so?
They can do it on Amazon. They can reach out to me personally.
Okay, awesome.
And local bookstores. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for your time and your awesome art.
Thank you.
And there you go, scan for your Kindle there too. There's a QR code for you, and here's the book over here again. Check it out. I love these beautiful bookmarkers they have made too, in case you want to mark egress. They do have a cosplay contest. Here's the registration area. I won't be going to that. It's not till like 7 o'clock tonight. I have to get going, but I just wanted to show you that. And behind the screen over here is where they have some of their photo ops going down with celebrities. There's Annabelle right there. Oh, that's creepy.
Hello.
Looks good. How you doing?
Doing good. Yourself?
Yeah, really good. This is the artwork in the reel. The work itself going down by Ezra Hughes. Now, here's some of the finished products. Looks like the Ice Cream Man. Is that the Ice Cream Man?
It is the ice cream.
All right. If you like the artwork, there's a QR code for you. Check out Ezra. And we have an independent horror movie. Looks like House of Flies. The poster looks really cool. That looks ominous. We've got a QR code for you if you're interested. What's a horror convention without horror movies? I'm going to check out the trailer. We have the monster from House of the Flies. Does it have a name? No. There's no name. You're just the creature. I like that. All right, all the way at the end of the vendor room on this side, the celebrities. There's quite a few here and quite a few people in line to see them. Oh, hi there. Who you got there?
This is Susie.
Hi, Susie. Oh my gosh, Susie.
She said it's too loud.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you know Susie too? Did you do that to Susie? Yeah, it was him. It was definitely him. Well, see you later. Susie won't be hearing us. Okay, so Linda Blair is sitting over there right now, and there's like barely anyone in line. I have yet to meet Linda Blair. It'd be cool to get her to sign something Scream. Of course, The Exorcist, but also Jamie Kennedy, Douglas Tate, Joshua Lloyd from Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. All right, so I just paid for the combo to get a selfie and an 8x10 signed with Linda. I gotta pick up my 8x10 right here. This is the one I got. And I just got my 8x10 signed. Of course, she signed it J, Sweet Dreams. She signed it in green, my favorite color. Also, I got a selfie with Linda. Not really a selfie, she had a handler that took the photo, and they have a ring spotlight set up over there, so the lighting is really good. That's a really nice touch. So this came out to 120 bucks for the combo. I could have just got an autograph for 40 bucks, but I've seen Linda at a bunch of horror conventions, and I came here and there was only a couple people in line, so I'm glad I waited. I got more time to talk to Linda, a really nice lady. Check out lindablairheart.org, all about saving animals, and she has a wildlife and natural disaster fund going as well. I didn't know all that. Check it out. Starting to get a little crowded in here. Nice little turnout. Also here today, it looks like he's coming back in a little bit, not at the table right now, but Miko Hughes. You might remember him. He's the little kid from Kindergarten Cop, Full House, Roswell, and Wes Craven's A New Nightmare, and also Mercury Rising, if I didn't say that already. Here are some of the 8x10s you can get signed by Miko when he returns. This is him in Pet Cemetery. Oh man, that's one of the most, oh here it is right here. That is one of the most horrific scenes ever on screen right there. First time you watch that, oh man, I still have nightmares. And one of the best lines in the movie came from Miko. Girls have something and boys have something else. If you know, you know. Monster City Madhouse. I remember this vendor. Hey man, what's going on? Yeah, I remember you. Inspired by the Nuge.
There you go.
Motor City Madhouse. I like this shirt here. The cat with the Scream Query.
So that's my female cat, and her name's Jamie Lee.
Oh, that's a real cat.
Yeah.
Named Jamie Lee, after Halloween, of course.
There you go.
That's really cool. This one's cool too. Cat
And
Scratch
that is
Fever.
Nuge, the male cat.
That is so cool. And look at this. Wow, Halloween. Very metal. I love it. Oh, what's going on over here? What you gonna do when Halloween runs wild on you, brother? That's so cool. That's clever. I remember the gravestone, the tombstone reference.
That's my first one I did.
Hell's coming with you. I'm your Huckleberry. If you like anything you see here at Monster City Madhouse, there's a QR code for you right there. Check them out. They've also got cool stickers down here. All right, looks like we have the Ghostbusters of Kentucky. I was just hanging out with the Tennessee Ghostbusters last night. This is like my 5th time seeing a proton pack in less than like 20 hours or so. They've got Louis Tolley's helmet there. It's a strainer. When I was a kid, I used to pop on the strainer, pretend I was in Ghostbusters. It looks like they even have the little trap from the new Ghostbusters. That's pretty neat. I feel you, Slimer. I could go for a hot dog and some Cheetos. I'm getting a little hungry. This is a cool backdrop here. Got the Stay Puft and the Ecto. Put on a proton pack. I bet I could persuade him to let me do it. You know, I've never put on a legit proton pack. As big as Ghostbuster fan I am, it just hasn't happened. Something called Slashville Studios here. Homegrown horror. A movie called Big Bad Betty. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Slashville Studios. I like the poster there. They got a card over here. Let's take their card. They actually have the movie here. You can purchase it on Blu-ray or VHS. 35 bucks. All right, so I found BCW over here. They're selling these protector sleeves. I always like to get these when I get autographs at the convention. 1 for $3 or 2 for $5. They also have some graded stuff and signed stuff over here too. This is a Batman Beyond VHS, the movie, signed by Will Friedle. with protector there. That's $88. Also one of my favorite movies, signed by Matthew Lawrence, Chris from Mrs. Doubtfire. And if you want to check out their stuff online, there's the QR code, Guardian Protectors. All right, I'm having a good time here. I haven't seen too much cosplay. Sometimes that happens at these smaller conventions. It's only their second year, so I hope to see more conventions like this grow. So if you like this convention and you want to come visit yourself, if you want it to do good, feel free to always share the video, give it a thumbs up. It really does help these events that I go to. So the more that you share it, the more the word gets out there and promotes these types of conventions. I love horror conventions. I'm gonna promote them all. Okay, this is weird. Somehow this flew out of my hand, and over there is Reagan, the cosplayer. It went right towards her just a moment ago. Oh my gosh, is Linda Blair still possessed? No, I didn't say that. She's a very nice lady. Oh, cool. Do you mind if I show a little bit of this on video?
No, oh, please, yeah.
Odium.
That's a trilogy she's been working on for years. Like, I read the whole thing
It's
like
a quadrilogy. It's a quadrilogy.
Yeah.
I just did a refresh. I only had time to get the hardcovers for book 1 in. 2 and 3 are out on, 2 is out on ebook right now, and then 3 is about to get re-released.
It's what, horror fantasy or?
It's a horror book, or it's a horror series with vampires.
Oh, I like that.
A lot of the themes center around toxic family dynamics.
Okay. Some real life stuff as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's cool.
It's real life stuff with vampires.
Yeah.
I like it.
I read it and I loved it so much I wanted to do my own kind of series, so we collaborated on this one.
Oh, that's neat.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the vampire's couch.
Yeah. Stories of Elias from South America. He was turned to fight invaders and it didn't go their way, so.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. He's in the U.S. now trying to live in peace, and he likes to collect nice couches. But every time he brings a date over, he loses a couch because vampire stuff. So,
Oh, that's clever.
yeah.
I like that.
And like all the chapters are named after a different couch. So you meet who we met in that chapter and what happened to the couch there. So
How long are you going to force yourself to be miserable? That's
And that's
cool.
Ambrose. That's his buddies,
The
the
star of
devil
book
on
2.
his shoulder. Ambrose spent over 100 years in a castle in Moravia, part of an orgy and smoking opium.
That'll do it.
So he is the opposite of Elias, but
Yeah.
they're kind of an unlikely duo.
That's
you
cool.
see their friendship like back and forth through the decades. So
That's
it's
cool.
a lot of fun.
All right, so if you want to read this stuff, I'm sure you can purchase it online. This is EA Logan, and we have Chris Hamilton right here. Check him out. Can they buy it like on Amazon or?
Yeah, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Lulu.
All of the places.
We're all over the place, yeah.
We're
Yeah. Well, I'm anxious to check it out. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, these are some really cool sweatshirts. They're almost like ponchos. They've used like an old Nightmare t-shirt logo, and they've added pretty much wings, like a poncho. These are all handmade. These are beautiful. Nerdish Things, is that your name? Nerdish Things. Well, look at that, handmade in Indiana. I was made in Indiana. That's pretty cool. I like the Lego artwork. That's very clever. Got Art the Clown right there. All right, there's a QR code. If you want to check them out, if you like what you see there you go. We've got Tilda the Tarot Witch over here doing tarot readings if you want to pop up. It says right here she's been doing them over 40 years. That's cool. Friday the 13th. Jason Takes Manhattan movie poster. And that was in a theater because the way it was folded, that's a classic. I remember when that was hanging in the theater. And of course at this same booth, we've got VHS. Let's see if they have something I need. All right, this is cool. Silver Bullet by Stephen King, based on the novelette Cycle of the Werewolf. I love that it says it here. It looks like this came from Georgia, from a video store. Video Warehouse, Warner Robins. The fact that it has video store stickers and it's Silver Bullet, Stephen King, and a really cool cover, I don't think I can pass this up. It's about time that Ghostface and Leatherface showed up. Hey guys, what's going on? Killing? I popped out of the convention for a second. I want to pop these into the sleeves. I haven't had time to do so. And I bought another movie tape, a VHS tape I didn't show you. And I also forgot to show you my photo with Jack Osbourne. It's so awesome. Big fan of the Osbournes. Watched that when I was growing up, so very surreal to see him. Just lost his dad. I didn't bring any of that up. I'm sure he gets that all the time. I was just letting him know I was just so happy he was here, and I told him I hope he enjoys his time here in Louisville. All right, let's leave it up right there. Breaker Breaker starring Chuck Norris. A Chuck Norris film I have not seen. Got this on VHS. Back at the same booth. I got the other tape. I got 2 of these for 15 bucks. Heading to the panel room. They should be right through the main door to the right. They've got coffee out here, which I might hit that up after the panel. I'm going on fumes. I went across the time zone, so I lost an hour last night, and I got home, or back to the hotel at almost midnight. So I think I slept maybe 3.5, 4 hours last night, but totally worth it for some creature features. Creature feature weekend yesterday, haunted house. Today, horror convention. Vanessa Shaw, Allison. Jason Marsden, Aubrey Katz.
Oh, it's got like a reverb. Like we should like do like a song or something. Favorite thinks that the place to be is Louisville, Kentucky.
Love it.
Thank you, thank you.
Also, we got the cast of Erie, Indiana up there.
But really quick, before we get started, I'm kind of curious, did either 3 of you see the original, because the screenplay was originally written by Mick Garris. Can you all hear me like this? Yeah. Mick Garris wrote the original screenplay for this. And it's skewed over. Did any of you all read the original script before?
I did.
Can you talk a little bit about the changes?
So I don't even remember who the person was that came on to make it funnier. However, Mick Garris wrote the script to be kind of more macabre. Definitely. Should I go a little?
No, keep going.
So,
Hello?
now I feel like I'm like a tiny little person. Okay, is that better?
Nothing wrong with that.
That's good.
Okay. So speak up. Anyway, so it was supposed to be darker, kind of more Wizard of Oz like, and then there was another draft once the ladies came on board that made it more funny, and I think that draft was like maybe 1 week old when I came on, and made it what it was, which is the kind of spunky, funny, Three Stooges kind of aspect that we all love. Am I sitting down now too?
I want to sit so people can focus on your answer.
Oh, okay.
What in the script, because I never read it, wasn't there something that was more like grisly, like it was darker and more violent? It's sinister.
Yeah.
What
Well, you probably have the script longer than me because I was the last one to come on.
My memory is so shot, like I don't remember anything. These guys have to remind me of things all the time. Like, oh,
It's really true.
yeah, it's true.
Listen, I gotta ask you, he probably gets a lot. What is it like knowing that you are the reason so many kids ask their parents what a virgin is?
This is true.
It's something you think about,
I'm delighted. I do actually get asked that question a lot, like,
That's a great question.
You know, I had to like earmuffs my kid, or my kid came up to me and was like, "What's a virgin?" It's like, oh, like olive oil. It's, freshly squeezed. Some kind of, I don't know, some kind of like cute.
Do you know what a virgin is?
I was 16 when we did it.
So you
I hope I knew.
Oh no. Well, I remember
It's like olive oil, yes.
Well, because of the Madonna song, Like a Virgin. I remember asking my parents at dinner, I was like, "What's a virgin?" And my dad just went, "Untouched." Oh. It means untouched.
There you go.
And then I remember years later being like, "That's not what it means. That's something with sex." It's like, no. Technically answered correctly. Yeah. That helps.
Yeah, untouched. Untouched. There you go. So the next time your kid asks you.
Yeah, so for everyone out there with young ones.
Our lovely ASL interpreter, what is the sign for virgin? But it's a drop across it.
V.
And then it goes over, yeah. Because this is a sign for Mary in religion
Okay.
settings. So they did V.
All right, excellent.
The more you know.
Yes. So next time you're at the club and someone's hitting on you, you're gonna be like,
You learn from the Hocus Pocus cast.
yes.
What was it like when you guys were young, you were teenagers filming this movie, and then it kind of turns into what it is. So what was that like for you growing up being that age? Was it exciting? Kind of how did you feel?
Or when did you also, if you don't mind, as a follow-up, like, oh my God, this is never going away.
Right, yeah.
Right?
I mean, so I started in the business when I was 3. So I guess it was kind of just like normal territory in terms of like some like popularity or attention. So I didn't really make much of it. But for that follow-up question, I think we kind of agreed that like on the 20th anniversary, we did a reunion type of thing, like what's it called, a D23 movie screening with a panel and stuff. And I kind of had moved on and, just kind of got brought back into it. Like, I don't know, I didn't make much of it until we got mobbed outside. And it was just like, holy moly, like, what is going on here? So, yeah, it kind of came and went really quick. Flopped in the theaters, and then, we all moved on with our lives, and then, sure enough, it was like, thanks to you guys, it just built this following, and it's just growing and growing, like a beanstalk, so. They concur.
Okay, every time I went to Spirit Halloween store, and the Hocus Pocus merch just got more and more every year. For sure, it was an indication. But yeah, like Omri said, like if you remember, it was released in July of 1993, and in July, who that person in marketing? And do they still have that job?
Summerween.
Before Summerween. And the critics were very kind to it. I loved it because I'm a big Halloween nerd, and then I think it spoke to all the other Halloween nerds, and then he kept growing up with it, kept watching it. Thankfully, thank you, because as an actor, you hope that people watch your job once. You never think people covet it like they do, for sure.
Yeah, I think for me it was amazing to see it totally flip into a movie that was finally loved for what it was, because again, it was panned. Okay, good. And which I think was wrong, because Bette Midler was amazing in that movie, and apparently, coming off of Academy Award nominations and all that, and she was totally panned. Like, they didn't treat it as the movie it was, which is a darling movie, a family movie, and they were just harsh about it. So I don't know why it was released in July. I don't know why it bombed. I mean, basically for that reason, it was up against Jurassic Park.
Bombed because I was in it.
Probably because you were in it. But,
we agree.
The fact that it had...
I agree.
The fact that it had legs later is so cool, because it shows that the cream rises to the top, and that whatever is good will finally get noticed. It went from people kind of coming to this, basically telling me a secret, I loved you in Hocus Pocus, but I love you in all your, more distinguished movies, to being like, I loved you in Hocus Pocus. Everyone was out of the Hocus Pocus closet, basically saying, I love Hocus Pocus, I'm proud of it. And it was all the millennials. And then they showed it all to their kids. And then that's why I think it snowballed. And it's grandmas and, basically grandkids are watching it all together. And there are people here who came up to my table and say they watch it every night before going to sleep. Or, there you are.
Yeah. I was like, there was this gentleman earlier.
Yes. And he's not alone. There's so many people who say that, they watch it before going to sleep, or all year round versus just Halloween. And that's just so wonderful for us to have put so much effort into this movie and loved it as kids. It was our childhood too. So the fact that it's gotten the legs and gotten its flowers, it's just awesome.
You guys showed them.
That's right.
I really enjoyed that panel. That was the first time I sat in on a Hocus Pocus panel. Grew up watching that movie. I don't really need to talk about how powerful it is for kids my age, as far as like kids who like trick-or-treating and Halloween. It is a monumental cult movie. Even though it's a Disney movie, it has one of the largest cult followings. It might have the most cult following of any Disney film ever made. And we've got some Donnie Darko cosplay. We got Frank the Bunny and Donnie Darko. Duvall's here. Dave Duvall's here, who plays Frank the Bunny. It's so cool. Thank you. Possum skull coffin. This is really neat. It's got like little bones all the way around it. Little diorama here for 60 bucks. I'm here at Black Sheep Boutique. They've got some oddities for you. Also some jewelry and a little bit of gizmo. A Mogwai. Is he for sale?
He is.
Oh, he is? He's an original. He lost his eye though. Oh, he does. Oh, poor Gizmo. This is what happens when you drink after midnight. You lose an eye. These are real bones, huh?
Oh yeah, these are actually walnut dyed with black walnuts.
Oh, that's pretty.
And they were deer bones that my friends found, and I just dyed them with black walnuts.
It's like $5 a bundle. Random haunted doll parts. You can create your own haunted doll. We're just assuming they're haunted.
Yeah, obviously.
Wow, you know you're a 90s kid when you got Pogs. This is their card, Black Sheep Boutique. I'm sure you can find them on... Oh, there you go. There's a QR code on the back of a Pog. This is a first for the channel. Yeah. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah. You don't mind being in the video?
No.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
all right.
very cool.
They don't mind, guys. They're in. And look, I was gifted a little Stay Puft. That's so nice of you. Thank you. We appreciate that. They got Voltron here at 45 Lampkin Lane. They're the one that gave me the Stay Puft. That was really nice of them. They've got your Terrifier figures. But I have not seen a Selfie Guy Terrifier figure. They need to do that. I know someone that would approve of that. They've got Horror Matchbox for sale right here. I've never seen these before. The Friday the 13th is obviously my favorite, with the Leatherface and the Krueger. I like that he's on the Springwood boiler maintenance truck. I'm sure he had a truck, right? Or no, it's a van. All right, these are cool because they're painted on like road signs, so they have like that reflectiveness. 150 bucks each. Really love the Jason. And I was just handed a flyer for Madison's Halloween Film Festival. Horror at the Ohio. I'm assuming that's the Ohio Theater. Madison's on the Ohio River. Looks like Jill Sholin and Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes will be there. That's pretty neat. There's all the movies that they're featuring. The Creatures to Feature. All right, I popped out Red Hot Roasters. I got me an iced coffee, all black. I need the caffeine. I'm really enjoying this convention. I like the size of it. It looks like it's gonna grow. So again, come on out. Check out the website in the link below to see when they're having the next ones in Evansville and St. Louis. It'd be cool to see it in St. Louis. I'm always in St. Louis for haunts.
In just 10 minutes, the Corpsing Workshop. Come make a corpse skeleton. There's no additional...
That sounds fun. I don't know if I'm going to watch it, but sounds fun. If you're in the market for a creepy doll, Curiosities Emporium has got you covered. They've got a long booth here and a long view, a stretch of nothing but creepy dolls. This one right here, it's really pretty. This one right here is creeping me out. I mean, they're all creeping me out. This one's Pennywise. Look, it's got little Georgie down here. All the little doggies got Georgie. Kind of looks like Bella. I like these little spiders that they made. Pretty cool how they made these. These are 15 bucks each. They're all made with like crystals, or almost like oh, this one's like a marble there. Curiosities Emporia. Shop on Etsy. All right, just spent a few moments talking to Mr. Jamie Kennedy over there. I met him one time at Side Splitters Comedy Club in Tampa years ago. And every time he sees me, he's like, "Hey, Tampa Jay." Such a nice guy. I wish I would have got that on camera, but it's just one of those things where I've gotten his picture so many times that when I see Jamie Kennedy, we just kind of just chat it up and catch up. So Jamie Kennedy's here this weekend. Come see him tomorrow and tell him Tampa Jay said hello.
was a weird move that like I went from being like the cute blue-eyed kid that was oftentimes nerdy, and then all of a sudden I was the bullies, which was weird because I was never a bully. I got bullied in real life, so like I guess I got to use that as.
It's directed by Bob Clark, the same guy that did the original, right?
Yeah.
It is directed by Bob Clark. And it's also called, I think, oh my gosh, It Runs in the Family, thank you, because it has 2 titles.
Yeah, they changed the title because they were like, it's not, I think this was the internal talks. They're like, it's not anywhere near as good as A Christmas Story. And so we can't market it as that because then people will be let down.
But I don't think it's, I actually think it's much better than what people remember.
I haven't seen it forever.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
I
saw it when it came out. I got it on VHS.
I think it's
right when it
actually
came
a
out.
really good movie.
It's good.
The problem is it's not the people that you expect, and it
No.
doesn't and it just doesn't.
Yeah,
put 2 and 2 together.
I was like, oh, I'm getting more of the story.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the dreidel stuff. And,
It's one of those
yeah.
things like I'm kind of a purist where that's a movie you don't need anymore.
But they're based on all those writings by the guy that did the.
It's all in the same book. It's a
Yeah,
chapter
it's all
from
the
the
same
same
guy.
book.
Yeah, I had to wear yellow contacts for that, and that was interesting. And I was like at a weird, like 14-year-old, 15-year-old puberty point. So like, my face was turning strange, my body was turning strange, and I was very self-conscious about it. But Kieran did not like working with. He didn't like hanging out with the other kids that were about his age, because I was the older one. He wanted to hang with me, which was fun. So he and I had a lot of like, we went mini golfing together, and there was a portion of that movie that they shot in North Carolina. So his dad, and Macaulay was like giant at that time, so everybody knew Macaulay.
Yeah.
And they rented a beach house.
And the dad is notorious.
The dad was notorious for being scary. And Kieran was like, hey, do you want to come spend the night? We're going to like play video games and watch TV. I was like, cool. So, and Mac was there, Macaulay was there. So it was Macaulay, myself, and Kieran, which is such a weird thing to think about. And we stayed up till like 2 a.m. watching Beavis and Butthead. And then I remember his dad lost his shit and was screaming because Kieran had like a super early call the next day. So he came running down, and I thought I was going to get murdered. Yeah, so there's good stories there.
I bet. And seriously, Google it. Well, it'll depress you, but Google it. Look it up later. The Culkins, and I'm going to turn it over to you all now. Who wants the first question? Jonathan, then we'll go here.
So what was it like as far as the weather goes, shooting on Jurassic Park, and how many takes did you have with Sam Neill? Did you do more than one? And did they change it up at all with Spielberg, or was it pretty much to what we saw on the screen?
Great question. It was 125 degrees, from what I remember, in the Mojave Desert. And so I remember base camp, like where the trailers and all the craft service and all that stuff was in one location, and then they would shuttle us not that far, like literally between, kind of like here in the hotel. When they shuttled us that distance, I was like, this is nice, but I literally could have like jumped and made it. But it was so hot, so they had to shuttle us. And I remember those shuttle rides because I was listening on my Discman. You know, I was like a 14-year-old, like too cool for school kid, and I was listening to this new band that I was really excited about. And Laura Dern's sitting behind me in the van. She's like, "What are you listening to?" I was such a little punk ass. I was like, "This new band from Seattle called Pearl Jam." But like, and she had no idea, so I kind of liked it. I told Laura Dern about Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Sam Neill. Okay, so your other questions were
multiple takes,
temperature, multiple takes, and if there was anything else we used. Yeah? Yes, there were multiple takes. Not a lot. I think that was an impressive part about watching Spielberg at work is that he knew what he wanted, and everybody else did. And it was a very calm set. you're on sets a lot of the time and people are like tripped out, looking at their watches, very concerned with the stresses and money being spent. You just didn't feel any of that, even though it was 125 degrees and there were all those dig site extras. And so we did, I want to say, a handful of takes, but it was pretty locked in. And Sam Neill's great, and he's surly, and he made sure to be surly with me. So I was intimidated, you know. Him and then Robert Englund, both kind of same school of acting, where they're like, we're gonna try to scare the shit out of this kid.
Yeah.
And they were effective. And there was stuff not used, yes. There is and I've talked about this on podcasts before, there's a sequence where, and I actually think this is the first thing we shot before any of the 6 for Turkey stuff, where I'm like walking past one of the fossils, and Steven wanted me to step on. He was just like riffing. It wasn't even in a script. He was just like, let's do this, which was really cool. So you had me like step on the fossil like a little punk, and then Sam Neill's supposed to yell at me, and then I go past the camera, and he wanted me to say under my breath, asshole. Which I loved doing because I grew up in a religious household, kind of strict, kind of not, kind of strict. And my stepdad, who I hated, took me on that job instead of my mom, and I was really pissed. I was like she told me about the book. When the auditions came out, she was like, "This is Steven Spielberg." Like, it was me and my mom. And I was raised, you know, she raised me and my sister, so like I had a tight bond with my mom. I still do, but not the stepdad. But like somehow he finagled it so that he could take me, and I knew that. What am I gonna do? Tell Steven Spielberg I'm not gonna say a swear word? So I got to be like a little naughty. And I wish it was still in the film, because I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure that footage is somewhere.
Yeah, it would have been a really neat moment, though.
That definitely pads out your relationship with Sam when he comes up to you with the claw and it's like,
right.
He's
That
like, so
gives
you
him
can,
more
you can
motivation.
respect, you can show them a little bit of respect, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he kind of comes out. He comes hot out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which Laura Dern is like, hey, chill out. But that was wise, because that was the previous sequence. There you go.
That's really cool. Yeah.
All right, next question.
What is your favorite role you've ever done?
This is a hard question, because I mean, do you want me to be honest?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I think about working with Steven Spielberg, I realize now at 47, like what a wonderful, like unreal lottery win that was.
Mm-hmm.
To be Freddy's kid, which, listen, do you know Beatrice Beppel, who played Amanda?
Oh, I've spent some time
She
with
wants
her
to
after
fight me all the time about like, you're not really his kid. And I'm like, I get the skin. I got the skin. I'm his kid. I got the DNA. She wants to fight all the time, but she's jealous. But, you know, those were like amazing. I knew that it was the 5th Nightmare by that point. Again, it was major. So I knew these were big, high-profile projects. And other things that I had done, you know, I did a voice on Clone Wars, which to get a manila folder that said Lucasfilm, like my knees buckled. Like I was like, this is cool. I really have tried my whole life to never be jaded and to realize that like I'm you guys more than fancy. You know, like
And filmmaking is not fancy either.
I'm paying my taxes. I'm buying expensive gas. Like I'm a normal dude, and so I think once I got to figure out what acting really was, because you know, like these were lucky things. I was a kid with a really cool hobby, And I took it seriously. But it wasn't until I studied theater and got to kind of live life and figure out myself a little bit and maybe go through terrible points of life, because I think that makes for a better actor. Young actors ask me all the time, they're like, how do you get better? And I go, do anything but acting, and that will help your acting. Fall in love, fall out of love, get in a fight, break a bone, go on a road trip, eat something new, like, taste it. Fucking taste life. That makes you a better actor. I get really emotional about it. And, because there's no, we're in content creation, YouTube stuff. This is where I start to tell people, man.
No, you have very good advice for someone who's only a year older than you. It's advice and who works with a lot of college students.
Yeah.
For my real gig.
Yeah.
It's very true, and it's hard to explain. A, life's going to happen, and B, you should be open to adventures because C, it will make you interesting.
Totally.
If nothing else, it'll make you fun at dinner.
And so the problem with the advent of content creation and a lot of like YouTube series or whatever is that it's so instant fame. It's also just like there's no real way to gauge that off talent or merit. You know what I mean? It's based off literally a mathematical algorithm that some people can hack. And I think we gotta be smarter about that. I don't mean to be on like a soapbox about it, but like, I know so many wonderful artists and actors that have crafted and they're not famous because they didn't try to make it quick. They realized that it's sort of, unless you're like Chalamet, there's a gestation period. And I really think at 47, I played a role in a play last November, a Chekhov play that I wrote. And I couldn't have done that at 18. I could have done that at 25. It wouldn't have made sense, but I also just didn't have the tools.
Yeah.
I didn't have the life experience. So I think about that role because I got to,
No, it's okay.
I got to really be me. You know, and I got to take all of these decades of life and my love, my just like love-hate relationship with acting, where it's this obsession that keeps coming in my orbit. And now I'm at a place where I love it so much. When I was 18, I didn't know if I was gonna keep doing it because it was my whole life. It was kind of like, at that point, I wanted to go to high school, play basketball, make out with girls, be normal, right? And I literally told that sentence to my mom. She was like, okay. Which is awesome, because most parents of kid actors, I know a lot of them, that would not have flown, because there was a lot at stake. But my mom was like, whatever. And so I did. So I went to college and I studied Shakespeare, and I did all those things, but I remember there was the summer before I went to college, and I was like, I don't know if I want to act anymore. I think it was the summer. And I went to go see, I loved Raising Arizona, and I went to go see the Coen Brothers' new movie, at that time, Fargo.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was. Have you seen that movie?
Yep.
People know that movie? I sat in that theater, and the way it was told was specifically what William H. Macy was doing. It made me so excited about what acting could be. That's a very long-winded way of answering that. I love a lot of my theater work more because it takes time.
Sure.
Not everybody gets to see it, which is kind of a bummer. But that's okay too, because it makes it a little more special. I think the answer that I want to go with is I hope that the role that I want to say is my favorite role, I hope is the one I'm currently doing. Whatever I'm currently doing, I want that to be the one I'm the most excited about. Because if not, fucking retire. Yeah. If you're like living in the past, I love the nostalgia of the cons. But if I'm not thinking that, like, this week I get to crank on my new screenplay, that makes me the most excited. Give up. You know what I mean?
Give it up.
All right, guys, it is 3:15. I've been here for over 3 hours. I've walked up and down the vendor aisles. I did not show you all the vendors. There's over 100 vendors in here, but I showed you the highlights, the stuff that came out to me, the stuff I haven't seen before, and the stuff that just kind of just popped out. So I hope you enjoyed what I showed you. Come and check out a horror convention near you, even if it's not this one. They're so much fun. All right, check out thathorrorcon.com. And here's the one for St. Louis, July 11th through 12th. That's coming up. Also, they have a horror con in Evansville too, not just RaptorCon. Riding the escalator, look at that. Hope you guys are enjoying the video. Thank you so much for being here. It's a really cool event center. There's all kinds of things going on. It's only a matter of time. I'll probably be back here for another convention. And I have reached the bottom. All right, back to the car. Had a great time inside of Louisville Horror Con. I'll be back someday. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of great experiences and moments as far as just meeting people, as far as celebrities, subscribers. Saw a couple people I met at previous horror cons and met a lot of new people as well. That's why I love coming to these things. You never know which horror con I'm going to pop up next. I'm looking forward to going, as long as my schedule and timing and the logistics permit me, to going to more new horror conventions that I haven't been to before in the future. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know if I missed anything. It was an honor to meet Mr. Jack Osbourne today, and of course Linda Blair. That was so cool. I'm glad I got those photos and got a couple VHS. Score! My collection is growing, and soon I will be able to display that. It's going to be a while. We're still moving into the house, and let's just say I'm not going to make a commitment there, but someday in the future, could be a couple years from now, I'm going to display all my VHS tapes within a room of our house. So much ahead. I can't wait to do that. I'm getting excited about that. And also one day I will display all my 8x10 autographs and perhaps photos. I could fill a whole wall, a big wall full of those. All of my autographs you see me get over the years, almost a decade now, they're all in a sleeve. Most of them are in hard plastic covers just like this. The sleeve it's like a photo album book. It's very thick. Can't wait to display all my autographs. You can go back and watch them. Virtually they're displayed on the videos, but I would love to, just a giant wall, which I'm saying that because I'm going to do that someday in the much ahead. Can't wait. I don't think we can see the Louisville Slugger on this side of Louisville, but we've seen it before. Return of the Living Dead took place in Louisville, Kentucky. Although they filmed it in Los Angeles, in the beginning of the film, classic Return of the Living Dead, it says Louisville, Kentucky. They dropped an atom bomb somewhere on a factory around here. It's dinner time at Buc-ee's. Oh, and it's going to be pump number 28 for this fill up. Gas is $3.95 per gallon at this Buc-ee's. So earlier today, I actually passed by and stopped. I didn't pass by it, I stopped at the other Buc-ee's in Kentucky, Smith's Grove near Cave City. I didn't get that on camera. I stopped there before I went to Louisville. So I have been to both Buc-ee's in Kentucky, unless there's another one. I think there's only two. Done both Buc-ee's in one day. I am on the way home. I've got something to do tomorrow back in the old homestead stomping ground. So after I leave Buc-ee's, after I get my dinner inside here, I'm just heading straight home. I think I'm going to try the salad for my first time at Buc-ee's. Salad sounds good, only because yesterday I ate a ton of In-N-Out burger. You may have caught that video. I went to In-N-Out before I went to the haunted house back in Lebanon, Tennessee. So I'm going to try to eat a little more healthier. And this will be my first meal today. And to be honest, I wasn't really hungry. I was excited. I have a 16-gallon tank. I just needed a little over a half a tank there. $33.47. It's sweet tea time. Actually, I usually get a half and half. I get my sweet Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they just brewed this not too long ago. I do half sweet, and then I fill her up with the unsweet. Oh, I think I see Bucky over there. Bucky's here. Bucky's here. He feels like dancing. He's a dancing beaver. This is your new theme song. I'm just making it up as I go. You like it? He's a beaver. He likes to dance. His name is Bucky. Oh, yeah. You're really good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Move over. That's the beaver walk right there. Thanks, Bucky. Oh, yes. I left him hanging. I'm sorry, Bucky. All right, here's my options for salads at Bucky's. They got a few. Looks like they have like a chicken Caesar salad there. This is like a Southwestern. It's got like corn and black beans in there. Might do that. That looks good. And also, they have one that has egg in there. Egg, and it looks like ham or turkey. These are all, let's see, all these salads. There you go, Cobb salad with avocado, Southwest veggie salad with ancho lime dressing, and chicken Caesar salad with Caesar dressing. I think I'm gonna go with the Southwest veggie, although I would really like the chicken, but that's all right. This looks really good. And it's dinner time in the parking lot of Bucky's Richmond. The salad's pretty tasty. Put the dressing in, mixed it up, took a couple bites. Everything's pretty fresh. I'm impressed. I'm gonna eat more salads at Bucky's. I feel it. I'm always stopping there. Also, I got some dessert for later. Kettle corn popcorn. Love their popcorn. And I had to get me some protein and some cheese. Got the turkey cup. And my sweet tea. Or my half and half sweet tea. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to finish up my salad, get back on the road. I will be sleeping in my own bed tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm going to have a bunch of fun. And I'm inviting you to come have fun with me vicariously. Thanks for always being here, guys. Thanks for watching. If it was your first time here, subscribe below. Come on back. And check out more of my videos over there on the YouTube channel. I really appreciate you. And can't thank you enough for being here. That's it. Know you're awesome. Know you're loved. No matter who you are. And no matter what you're going through. Just know that there's always much ahead. Check out the Horror Con, the websites, the links, all of that. I want to add that again once more before I click off. Or you click off before I hang up. Or in the video. Gotta get my verbs right here. Alright, anywho. Shout out to Jack Osbourne, Jamie Kennedy, and also everyone I met today. Of course, Linda Blair. Such a great time at these horror conventions. I had a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. And that was the dinner I needed. Hit the spot. Hit the spot. Thank you, Bucky. And I want to thank Bucky. It hit the spot, Bucky. That's the dinner I needed. All right, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Be good to each other. Stay cool. There's always much ahead. Bye-bye.